right, leaving the ground 2-2 against Liverpool. And I'm leaving it disappointed, I guess, mixed feelings because, look, they're a brilliant team, Liverpool, and today we were weakened as well, not just at the start of the game with Saliba not playing, but then when Gabriel went off, I was nervous, and that was it. As soon as he went off, I thought, we are not going to end this game without conceding another goal. Liverpool had massive, massive spells of possession and a lot of attacking threat in the game. And I felt like every time we scored, we sort of lost a bit of ambition and we just let them come on to us too much. I don't think we've got the balance right there. But then again, when Gabriel went off, I even thought to myself, if we do concede, I'm not going to blame the team because we ended the game with only one of our first choice back four playing. I think you've got to look at that in context and be fair to them. We've ended up with Miles Lewis-Skelly, Ethan Nwaneri, both on the team, on the pitch as well, playing for the team. And, against a team like Liverpool, and we saw today, like they are a very, very good team. It's not a surprise that with Arne Slot, they are where they are. They are going to be there at the end of the season, proper title rivals. And this was a title rival clash. Given that we're already behind them, and had we lost, we would have been 7 points behind. It was a must not lose. I'm not going to say it was a must win because of the early stage of the season, but it was definitely a must not lose. So that's a bit that I guess is the positive, but the negative is that, look, we had 2 leads and we failed to keep it. And at home, I do expect us to do better than that. Obviously, no Saliba, massive, massive loss today. And then when Gabriel went off, another massive loss. Good news is that we know Saliba's not an injury, so he's going to come back into the team. But with Gabriel, I'm very nervous what it means in terms of, is it a severe injury or not? And are we going to be without him for a period of time? Because he's been so, so good for us this season. I'm going to go. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. So, talking about the Liverpool goals for a second. It's funny, you look at it today and Van Dijk and Salah, these two that scored against us today, you could argue are Premier League Hall of Famers. Like in a best Premier League 11, on many, many teams these two will feature. That is the quality of this Liverpool team. So there's no shame in the fact that we haven't beaten them today, especially with our injuries, but I wish we did a bit better. There's a few players today where I would have expected a bit more. I don't think Kai Havertz did enough. He had some moments in the penalty box, in the opposition area where if he had made them count, it's a massive, massive impact on the game. His anticipation, his execution in those areas wasn't good enough. Trossard, I don't think influenced the game enough today. Martinelli had a very mixed game. Overall, I thought he played quite well, but his finishing wasn't quite there, but I thought he did play quite well. But there was something about Konate. Any time Konate got near Martinelli today, Martinelli looked just scared almost. He got dominated by Konate, and I don't know what that was about. He did well against his man, but against Konate, Konate just had the beating of him. Saka, on the other hand, my God, it took him 10 minutes to make us realise how much we missed him. Brilliant, brilliant goal from Saka, honestly. Such a good finish that was, and the movement as well, and he turned Robertson inside out. I mean, Robertson is not a bad defender. It's actually Alexander-Arnold that gets all the stick for the defensive work. Robertson is quite solid, and Saka gave him a torrid time in the first half. Unfortunately, we didn't keep up that attacking threat throughout the entire 90 minutes. I thought that when you looked at the lineups today, it would be Luis Diaz on Partey, that would be the threat, and it would also be Martinelli, that would be the threat as well, down attacking Alexander-Arnold, for the reason I mentioned around his sort of defensive criticisms. Turns out it wasn't that. It was Bukayo Saka who did the business, and it was Mohamed Salah who did the business. It doesn't really matter about the mismatches in terms of Partey playing there at right back and Alexander-Arnold, who's obviously very, very good on the ball, not so much off it. It's just quality that shines through. And Saka and Salah were the ones today. For me, Mohamed Salah was probably the man of the match. He was unbelievably good. And, not surprised that he scored the goal and finished it off. Really, really gutted that we didn't manage to win today. And the real winners today are Man City because, now they're top of the league. And Arsenal just failed to close the gap. Had we won today, it would have been, 23 points Man City, 21 Liverpool, 20 Arsenal. And then that really, really narrows it down. And the thing is, when you look at Arsenal and our fixtures in November, 6 games, 5 of them away. And it's not going to be an easy November. That's why I was really hoping we could have won today and just sort of made it a bit easier for ourselves going into that period. Yeah, he's got 2 fingers up, 2-2, eh? But look, you know, it's very, very early on in the season. And even today I was talking to someone about the league table, where we are in the league, etc. And they're saying it doesn't really matter. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Because until after Christmas, you know what it's like. It doesn't really matter about the league table. Plenty of football to be played. And, you know, we just have to wait and see. All I know is that I'm going to support this team to the very end. No shame in the what feels like a defeat today, but the draw today. But the one thing that really annoyed me about today was that disallowed goal at the end. Because I'm telling you, I've seen the replay of that, and that was soft as hell. The referee gave it for Kivior on Soboslai, and that was a weak decision. Kivior has to challenge for that. He did challenge for it. He won the ball. I do not know what the referee has given it for there. I don't think the referee had an awful game, but it's certain decisions that define results, and that one absolutely defined the result. There was nothing wrong, in my view, for that goal. And often I come on here and I say, you know, oh, if the shoe was on the other foot, genuinely, if a referee allowed that goal against us, I would not have any complaints. That ball was there to be won. It was an aerial battle that was there to be won. Kivior did it, and I've got no idea why he gave it as a foul. It's an absolute disgrace of a decision, cost us the game. And not only that as well, he, to be fair to the ref, gave it way before Havertz put it in the back of the net. But just a shocking decision, simple as that, shocking decision. And it couldn't go to VAR for whatever reason. I don't even understand that. I don't even understand why it can go to VAR, but I think it's because it wasn't the actual piece of play that led to the goal. Absolutely gutted by that decision. But in any case, we move on. Hopefully Timber's injury isn't too bad. Hopefully Gabriel's injury isn't too bad. And we go on to next week. I'm out. Take care. And one last thing before I go, which I wanted to add, was Ben White. I forgot to sort of give him his credit for today. I thought he had a really, really good game in what was an unfamiliar position for him, given that he's spent so many years now playing right back for Arsenal, even though I know he's obviously a very good centre-back and played that role for Leeds as well. But he did brilliantly in his pass for Saka for the first goal. Beautiful pass. So I thought only right that give Ben White some credit as well. But only 3 wins in the last 7 Premier League games. We need to step it up. November is going to tell us everything we need to know about whether this team can end this trophy drought that we're on. See you next time. Bye-bye.